Hey guys, ankhgaming back with you again. Time for some more Magic 2014 Duels of the Planeswalkers. Now let's look here. Since we left off, we're on the campaign, but I went ahead and I was looking at it, and I was like, man, there's still a lot of decks left to unlock, and I only have one more plane to go to, so I basically have two more fights that'll unlock decks. So I was confused. I'm like, why don't I have all the decks? Why am I missing so many? Well, it's because this right here. I thought this button right here was like to reduel Planeswalker, but let's click on it. So the Planeswalker duel button takes you to the screen where you can duel to 5 basic Planeswalkers. Now, if you remember, you start the game with Garruk and Chandra's deck. So I don't get why these two are unlockable options. See, the deck's already unlocked, but you can duel them for whatever reason. But I went ahead and unlocked 3 decks because I've defeated 3 round bosses, and I defeated them to unlock their decks. They're pretty basic, and I don't know why I didn't record them. Their decks are boring. They're very similar to previous years I expected, since Garruk's and Chandra's were so similar. And Ajani's is very similar to what he had in the last couple years. Jace is similar to what, like, they kind of went back with Ajani and Jace to like the 2012 edition versions of their deck. Liliana's deck went back also to be similar to the 2012 edition. In 2012, I just was actually playing Duels 2012 because I didn't do all the expansion achievements, so I just went through and did the archenemy stuff. But let's look at the Liliana deck, because that's what I'm going to play with here for this match. Liliana in 2012 was a Vampires deck, or no, that was Sorin. But it was a creature deck. Last year it was more of a control deck, and then this year it goes into a creature deck again, zombies. I guess it's because it's the only base like mono black deck, where last year we've had like 2 before in other sets. But it's okay, so it's a zombies deck. It has like very recursive guys. I've unlocked about half the cards, which included a Gravecrawler or 2, Reanimate, which I think will be good in this deck, Bloodghast. So it's got a low curve. I've been slowly weeding out the creatures that are pretty garbage. It's got Doomblades, some draw spells, Groff's Messengers, which I unlocked both of those, also unlocked Lord of the Undead, some more removal type stuff, Liliana's Reaver, which this is a new card, very strong, 4/3 Death Touch for 4, when it does damage to a player, they discard a card and you get a 2/2 zombie. Abattoir Ghouls, can I, yeah, there we go, unzoom. I think this is a new card, maybe Endless Rings to the Dead. Beginning of your upkeep, put an X 2/2 zombies into battlefield where X is half your zombies rounded down. So it's pretty cool in a zombie deck. I have 23 creatures and they're basically all zombies. But here is the appeal to the deck. It has good aggressive creatures, has removal, and it has Grave Titan. Grave Titan's unbeatable. And then Zombie Apocalypse, just return all zombies to the battlefield, destroy all humans. Micaeus the Unhallowed. When human deals damage, you destroy it. All the non-humans have +1 and Undying. And a Corrupt. Stuff I've removed is like the starting Nightmare, some bad zombies, some things that aren't artifact or that aren't creatures. Just basically, and I've also removed the Cruel Revivals for the most part. I left 1. They destroy a non-zombie creature and return a zombie from your graveyard to your hand. It's a very, very strong card, and it's an instant. But I needed to lower the mana cost so I could drop the mana down to 24 and be happy. Cards left to unlock. Quest for the Gravelord, another Lord, Corrupt, Rise of the Dark Arms, which is actually not playable. But then you have Undead Warchief, which makes your zombies cheaper and +2/1. He's a 3/2 on his own. Grave Pact, which is okay. It's pretty good for the deck. I don't think I'd play it. Exhume, also okay for the deck. Mutilate, I don't know if I'd want that in the deck. You could go many ways with this deck. Vampiric Tutor, Death Cloud, Consuming Vapors, Grave Betrayal, and then 2 more Lords. Now the thing that's interesting about this is once you've unlocked all the cards, you definitely could change the deck from being aggressive to being a very heavy control deck, like long game specialist deck. And I definitely have the tools to do it. So it's a very interesting unlock, and I think it's probably the most powerful deck I've seen so far. So let's get in and play. Now I've been having troubles with the deck when I've been playing it with getting random, just kind of either all land or no land draws. It's been very random. So let's go to Alara, and we're up against the Dracomancer. So again, I played through the challenges, and I've actually done all the puzzle challenges. They were all so easy. They were the easiest ones we've ever had, and they were not worth recording and putting up. If you have trouble solving those, I'm sorry, but they were too easy. They were literally like, not even just one solution. You could literally do almost anything and you win. The first 5. And the second 5, which were supposed to be like intermediate difficulty, still had multiple solutions, and for the most part it's like, do what you would normally do, you win. Like, there's no thinking outside the box. Alright, so I have played against Krulfa before. We cannot keep this no land hand, so draw a new hand. 1 land hand. Whew. If this was a 2-lander minus Ranks of the Dead, I'd probably keep it, just because we've got some good early pressure, and if we draw lands, we'll win, but I can't keep this. Draw a new hand. 2 land, this hand's pretty awful. Like, compared to the other hand, this hand is kind of a D, but I have to keep. And we're on the play, that's okay. Yeah, the other hand, 1-lander might have been keepable. Not really. We'll probably lose this one, it's okay. Krulfa's deck, though, it's the Devour deck, this set. So lots of token stuff, and then some Devour creatures. Unfortunately for Devour decks, black decks are very good against them because I tend to have removal that'll just eat their guys. So we drew a land, or we drew a 2-drop, 2-power 2-drop, so we got some aggressive beats going. Oh my gosh. Skipped attack. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. I don't know why I hit skip attack instead of... I don't know. Oh gosh. I could lose the game. I really need to be putting him under pressure. That's not good. Alright, we drew a land. That's good. Now, I am willing to trade off either of my guys for his 2 tokens because it slows down his Devour. Now, he should be at 18. If we lose because he's at 2 life, or because, you know, he just wasn't under enough pressure, that'll be sad. I'm more than happy to trade, though. He didn't, and I'll definitely trade my 1/1 for one of his tokens and a card. That's awesome for me. Of note, he has no green mana yet. If he misses a green drop... Okay, so he's got a real slow start, because he does play a 2 or 3 color deck, and it really does need his mana ramp, his green ramp spells. Like Cultivates, I think he has. So not drawing those is very good for me. Cruel Revival. Ooh, wow. That's huge. That's just huge. If he has a shock for it, that sucks. This guy's nuts. Alright, so what this guy does, he gives all my zombies +1/1, all my creatures are zombies, and you can pay 2 tap and return a zombie card from your graveyard to your hand. So even if he trades with any of these dudes, somehow, I can get him back. Oh wow, this is a blowout. Making him discard a card at random, he's trading for my 2/2, and I can just recur this guy if nothing else goes on next turn. So he discarded a land cycler. Oh, he cycled it, what? Oh, and then he discarded a 4-drop as his random discard. So, good play to land cycle before the random discard to, you know, maybe he's land glutted and he just wanted to discard a land. I don't know. Ooh, that guy's pretty good. He makes all of the other guys' dragons cheaper. Perfect, we drew a land. So here we attacked the 2 3/3s. And we're going to recur our zombie cat. So we're just going to activate this ability. And we're going to do it now. I don't know if Krulfa's deck has any sweepers. Of note though, he should be at 2 after this attack. He is forced to chump block, but he would have definitely chump blocked if he had been 2 less life. But it's going to be really tough for him to win unless he has... like Volcanic Fallout would wipe my board because it kills my Lord, which then lowers everyone's power and toughness, and then they die. And that's pretty good. So, unexciting. I've actually found this Krulfa's deck, just like always, the Devour decks are real bad. So we're going to attack with everyone but the Lord. That's lethal, and if somehow he has a trick, I would like to have the Lord back. But he should just be dead. There we go, he's dead. Got an achievement for this. Unlock the Scrying Shard. Alright, let's see. Quest for the Gravelord. I think this is a very good card for our deck. It's basically a 1-mana 5/5. I really like that. Alright, so we unlocked the Dracomancer's deck, we got a title, and we got an achieve. Good stuff. So, let's just go to my player screen. Alright. Chapter unlocked.
Guess that my mana gear is from Ravnica.
Alright, so next we're into Ravnica, and the final guy is the Dimir deck, which I have not seen the Dimir deck yet. And black-blue is my favorite two colors in Magic. If I were to draft a deck, I will gravitate towards black-blue. And if it's not black-blue, it's one of those two colors in white. Blue-white or black-white. I tend to favor those colors. But that's it for this one, guys. In the next episode, I might be playing the black deck. I probably won't play the silver deck just because I think that deck's garbage. I'm not a fan of the silver deck just because it's... if you draw the wrong mix cards, it's bad. If you draw the right mix cards, you know, it's real good. But it's easy to beat, and it's not very exciting. There's no choices to make. It's like, what sliver do I play? And it's not a very in-depth decision what sliver to play. So thanks for watching. Ankhgaming out.